right, everybody. Welcome back to the 10-second interview show brought to you by Advisors Capital Management. I know normally you see me with Dr. Charles Lieberman, but today we are switching doctors. We are with Dr. JoAnne Feeney, portfolio manager of a couple of different strategies here at Advisors Capital Management. JoAnne, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You are going to have 10 seconds to answer each question. There is a lot to talk about here with regards to AI bubbles. And so, that's clearly is a discussion taking place as markets have gone up. I'm going to come to you very quickly here, JoAnne, to light off this 10-second show. 10 seconds or less. Nate, throw it on the board. JoAnne, is AI a market bubble? Go.
We don't see it as a bubble, Michael, although I can see why some people might be concerned given how quickly some of the stock prices has risen. But unlike bubbles of the past, there are real revenues here, there are real profits, and more importantly, there's real cash flow. So just watch how it develops.
Okay, so no bubble. What would euphoria look like? What would a bubble look like? What should the average advisor or investor be looking for to say, hey, this trade has gotten out of control?
If you add together what all the companies are doing, from the chip guys to the application developers to the service providers, and you sum those companies up, think of that as the ecosystem. And think about how much revenue and profits that as a group are currently making. When it gets well above that, twice that, 3 times that, then you start worrying about it being a bubble.
Okay, so you're talking about the infrastructure. You're saying no bubble. You're talking about the infrastructure. We know who the level 1 winners are, right? It's your obvious players. Your NVIDIA, your Microsoft, your Alphabet, all these ones who have, gone up a lot, OpenAI, but not public. Okay, fine. 10 seconds or less, right? Who are going to be and I would consider those companies to be tier 1, right? Who are your tier 2, your tier 3, your tier 4? How many tiers are there here? And who has the potential to be a future winner as this trade, this AI theme expands through everything?
Just what you said, AI theme is expanding through everything. So ultimately, the tiers are going to cross the whole economy. But initially, not just the chip guys, as you said, Microsoft, etc. The next level are the ones that are actually using it and deploying it and making money off of it. Those could be companies in the financial sector. They could be Amazon, which just announced today a new arrangement to use AI for retail to make smarter suggestions to its shoppers. So we're going to see it in retail, in consumer, in industrials. And so look for the companies being very specific about how they're using AI. And we're starting to hear more and more of those examples.
I mean, I know this is like only your second 10-second interview show. Just like that was like a minute, so just letting you know. Okay, you just talked about how AI is using it for retail or so on and so forth. How quickly do companies replace workers? When do we see that? Like, that's been a big fear, right? AI is going to lead to mass layoffs. Likely, not likely, and what do you see there?
Definitely there'll be some replacement of workers. We see that with every kind of technological innovation, but there'll also be new need for workers that follow upon that.
Okay, so you were very early on in the AI trade, right? You were thinking about companies like Broadcom. You were thinking about companies a long time ago. First, I guess last question, but what made you think about that? What makes you think about, hey, this is the future. This is where I need to go. This is sustainable. This is where I want to put money to work. What is it that you're looking for there on an investment sort of thesis to say, hey, money goes here?
We saw the demand for high performance compute early on, and then we saw AI as an application of that. So whenever you see more and more applications for high speed, high demand compute, you look for the best chip providers, and that's where we went.
This is the type of thing, right? When you go on CNBC and you're talking on TV and all these places, these are the things that you're talking about, right? When you talk about AI all the time. Would you continue to put money in winners, or are you sort of moving downstream? Maybe there are companies that are going to get into AI, are not into AI, are going to find better productivity. Where are you comfortable putting money to work now?
You want to do both. Stick with the winners because they are powering AI investments, and those are going to take years and years to fully build out. But then look for the application companies in financials, in industrials, even in consumer.
Okay, one tiny little bonus question. You still think we have years to go here?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty clear we have years to go given what we're seeing as offloading of applications from companies like Microsoft and Amazon over to companies like Oracle.
See, we do 5 questions in 10 seconds. We should move it to like 6 or 7 questions because 5 just doesn't cut it anymore. Okay. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. If you like our content, please subscribe to it. We'll have more 10-second shows for you soon. Bye, everyone.